Anybody else? Okay. With that, we're on to number 4, the city manager's report. Nothing this evening? Okay. Now the consent calendar.
I'd like to pull 5.6 through 5.9 and suggest that we approve the rest of the consent calendar.
I'd second that motion.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So 5.6?
Okay, on 5.6, on page 48, under the Finance Advisory Committee, we have the, Stephen Cutter has resigned as the labor rep, so we really need to get another rep in there. But on the vacant position, we do have an application from a highly qualified young man who lives and works in the city, and I would propose that we would appoint him tonight. You all have on the dais his
Yeah, this is Brian Cross.
recommendation.
Yeah.
So I would move to approve him for that committee.
I'd second that.
I'd support that.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay, so it's unanimous?
Yeah.
Great, okay. And then on in 5.6, on page 52, under the ad hoc committees, I know we haven't appointed officially the EGR task force, but I believe that would be under an ad hoc committee?
This was thought to be a staff advisory committee as opposed to an advisory committee to the city council. So ordinarily, we don't list those in the roster, but if you wish to do something different, we can.
Oh, that was not my intent. I thought the task force would be advisory to the city council, like the fire department task force was advisory to the city council.
Do we have any other staff advisory committees?
On an ad hoc basis, I would consider, like, for example, the skate park would have been something like that, in which we were not planning on taking the proposed list of members to the full council for a formal appointment process. I think you have gotten something in an information memo that gave you what we were planning on doing and issuing the invitations this Friday so we could get it up and running. But if you wish to make it a formal advisory committee to the city council and have us bring back the membership for your appointment on January 21st, we can certainly do so.
How do you really feel about that? I don't want to see this task force dead-ended any place. I want the information that develops there put forward to the council.
And what I appreciate, I think the attempt here is to streamline the process a little bit and to, instead of asking for applications, actually inviting folks who have already been involved and shared opinions. It means we may miss some potential people we don't know about out there who might be excellent additions, but of course it'll be a public notice meeting, and I just want to be sure that the information of who is serving on that is public as well, so that we're not, doing anything behind closed doors. But I am in agreement that facilitating the kind of easier process to get that going, I think, is an excellent idea. I don't know whether that means we change the name of it from advisory to the council to advisory to the staff. Is that necessary?
If you wish to add it to the roster, we can certainly do so. I don't know if
Let's just add it to the roster as
Yes,
an
that will
advisory
take care
to the
of it.
council. We've moved far along on it, and I commend staff for how they jumped right on it. That was really good.
Yeah.
And then on page 81, this is item 5.8, under the Finance Advisory Committee, you have vacant the labor. Instead of the business member there, just put vacant labor. And then on page 84, again, putting down the task force for EGR. And then on item 5.9 on 91, on the Emery AC Transit Liaison Committee, we have as an alternate down here as me, and I believe that's Jennifer.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm an alternate. I think I'm a full member. There's 2 members.
Right,
I
right.
think there is a new roster for those regional advisory bodies on your dais, and I think that the changes
reflected.
have been made on that.
And then page
Not-
105, where you have the JPA for the Gilman playing fields, I'm on that, and
Right.
Jack.
I
okay.
think we've caught that on the copy that's on your dais.
It's hard to look on the copy and know what was changed.
Right, because it's not redlined, or,
If you look at that first summary page, the changes that were done on December 3rd, different from what happened in 2013, are highlighted. And what I discovered, based upon your feedback that I got, was that a couple of those changes hadn't been made in the body of the roster. So the changes are captured in yellow on that first summary page.
So with that, I'd approve 5.6 through 5.9.
I have one other item on 5.6, and I had emailed about this earlier, so maybe it's already changed. This is on page 48 for the CDC's advisory committee that Sanaz had been appointed and approved, right? So she should be the additional person. Okay. Anything else on those?
Nope.
No?
Did we vote
have a
on
second?
those?
I'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
So is that 5.6 and 5.9?
5.6 through
Through
5.9.
Okay, we have no public hearings.